Hey guys, I don't know how much you've seen there, but I got up and had to get my pen, so I don't know if the video started before then. I don't think it did. It was so slow starting. But it is good to see you guys tonight. Today is, let's see what today is. Thursday, August the 30th. Makes it day 243 on our Daily Bread Project 2012. Guys, while it's popped up on my screen right now, I want to ask you computer gurus another question. I know I'm always asking a lot, but every time I start my webcam up, now that's mostly when it does it. I've seen it a few other times, but it's mainly when I start the webcam up. I get a window that pops up, and that's really when the computer struggles. You know, you can tell it's struggling. The hard drive's running wide open. It pops up and it says Windows virtual memory minimum too low. And it says your system is low on virtual memory. Windows is increasing the size of your virtual memory paging file. During this process, memory requests for some applications may be denied. For more information, see help. That's what it says. So, any of you guys have any idea what's wrong with this computer making it do that? I mean, now guys, I've not cleared the temporary internet files or the cookies or anything like that out of this computer in a long time. So, I mean, if something like that would help it, let me know. I don't know, I really don't, know about stuff like that. But anyway, having said that, guys, just wanted to pose that question real quick. I'll go ahead and tell you guys I've not checked the comments from last night's video yet. I've been so busy today, and you guys can see that I am making an attempt to answer comments now and reading them every day. And, I may stay a day behind or so, but, I am doing it. So, I'm doing what I can. So, anyway, guys, let's see. It is good to be here tonight, as always. Oh, Brother Richard, I wanted to say, brother, Dad told me today that you called NC Auto Man. Of course, I always want to specify that because, well, I guess he knew who I was talking about. But, like I said, I do have a few Richards that watch. So, brother, I'm sorry for not being there. I told you how I had all these funerals this week. That's where I was going today. I was going to the funeral home. So, maybe after today. I think today, unless something else happens. Today should pretty much wind all those up. So, anyway, and always at work, if you want to call work, that's fine. To be honest, I'm probably there more than I am here anyway, but I'm always going back and forth. Before I took this job as a pastor of the church, I pretty much was at work all the time, from opening to closing. But, now that, I pastor the church, I'm not there as much. I'll, if stuff needs done at the church, I'll go do it. If people need me to go do stuff, I'll do that, So, it is one place where I'm blessed to have people, that can do that. What I generally try to do is I get my church stuff done in the morning, first half of the day, and then I'll the days that I'm doing that, then I'll go into work and work the second half of the day. So anyway, I just wanted to say that, brother. So whenever you do get a chance to call me again, brother, I hope I'm around. I mean, just like I tell, I get some of these local boys that I've actually had them complain to me. I've been trying to get a hold of you and I can't. And it's one of those deals. It's just like I've told you guys, I'm not lying about it. I'm at a steady go. I'm all the time. I'm hardly ever around the phone. I've got my cell phone on me sometimes, but most of the time I turn the ringer off on it because if I'm trying to do something where I need quiet or I've had people that have tried for a week before to get a hold of me before they could because they would call the garage while I was at home, or they would call home while I was at the garage, or they'd call either one of those and I'd be gone. So like I said, between running the church and running the business, trying to work on stuff after hours up here, and it's just, I know I'm hard to get a hold of sometimes. And now that I'm working out 3 days a week, that's just like tomorrow evening, now my buddies that I work out with want me to come up there. They're going to try to do some coyote calling. They're going to try to call some coyotes in. We've got a real bad coyote problem around here. You can blast coyotes away anytime, pretty much. I mean, there's no season on coyotes. You know, you're still supposed to have a hunting uh, uh, license, permit, whatever. You know, and if you use a magazine-fed gun, like a semi-auto gun, like an AR-15, you're supposed to be, I think, 10 shots or less, or 5 shots or less. I can't remember which one. But anyway, we've got a bad coyote problem, and he's got one at his house, and he's wanting to borrow a call tomorrow off somebody and blast some coyotes, hopefully. So I may be up there tomorrow evening. So like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be home or not, but brother, just keep trying. You'll eventually get a hold of me. So anyway, guys, having said that, I just wanted to kind of talk to Richard there a minute in Seattle, man. Trying to think what else, guys. Guys, I just continue to pray for my business and me, and continue to pray, guys, that these people, you know, those people on that van with the air conditioning, they have still not paid us. They were supposed to have been here Monday to pay, and like I told you guys, I think yesterday, Dad called and asked, and you know, well, is everything all right? You know, is it? And as far as we know, oh yeah, everything's perfect. They just say they can't get time to come down here and pay us, you know. And, you know, guys, that's almost $400. And, you know, this time of year, business starting to slow down a little bit, and we could actually see a little bit this week of business just starting to slow down a tick. You know, $400 is $400. You know, especially when I'm, you know, I've got a friend that I'm getting to, well, no, excuse me, about $250 worth of tires tomorrow that can't pay me till next week. And I'm having to carry those tires till next week because he's going out of town and he needs the tires. And you know, I don't mind doing this stuff for people, but you know, sometimes it gets hard to do. You know, when you got people that owe you $300 and $400 and $500 and they won't pay you, or they, you know, they're slow about paying you. And then you get people that you need to carry stuff for. You've got, you know, we've got poor people, you know, that don't make much money, that we do jobs for them and carry them. And you know, it just sometimes when you don't have your regular paying customers that you're used to getting paid from every time you do a job, when they start not paying, you know, it gets hard to carry this stuff. So anyway, guys, just pray for that. Pray that those people will pay, and pray that the Lord. I know the Lord will take care of us. You know, I got a lot of bills due this upcoming week. I don't care to admit it. All my bills kind of come due at one time, and this is when they do. So I really need to draw a payday tomorrow. So. Just ask you guys to pray for that. And I got to trust in the Lord. He's going to take care of it. So, having said that, guys, let's see. Well, my computer locks up here. I guess that's about all the jibber jabber. I did work out tonight, guys, and it's kind of funny. You know, I thought about this a while ago. It's kind of funny how, you know, spiritually sometimes we feel real strong. Spiritually sometimes we don't feel very strong. You know. And, you know, our bodies, we know we're the same way. Sometimes we're sick, sometimes we're not. But, you know, it's the same way with like this weightlifting deal. You know, last Thursday, I did 180 pounds. I mean, I stepped up from 140, you know, doing my workout. I did 180 easy, and I've never done 180 easy before. I've done 185 easy. I've done 190 fairly easy. And like I told you guys, you know, I think I could have done 195. I tried 200 and couldn't hardly get it. But anyway, guys, we stepped up to the 210-pound workout tonight. But when I did the warm up with the 140, I knew when I pushed the bar up the first time that I just wouldn't be able to do it tonight. I mean, because it felt harder. I felt weaker. Now my muscles, I think from Tuesday, I worked them a little too hard, and they're not completely healed. I didn't get enough protein from Tuesday to today, I think is my deal. I was kind of watching my calories, I think, too much yesterday, and I should have took an extra dose of protein, and I didn't. My muscles were still sore, and from my experience, especially when you're benching, if you're still sore from the last workout, you're not going to get max. You know, you're just not going to do it. So anyway, what I'm getting at, guys, at the end of this 210-pound workout, you got to do 180 pounds twice, which now I did it. I mean, I struggled on the second rep. I'm not going to lie, I struggled hard, but I got it. And then you end with 190. Well, you know, 190 is my max. And like I said last Thursday, you know, got 190, no problem. Pushed it right up. Tonight, guys, when my buddy, you know, he helped me unrack it. When he unracked it, okay. When he let go and I brought that weight down, when it hit my chest, it felt like a car laying on me. I mean, you know, I mean, I couldn't even. He had to help me, he had to help me just to get it up. And that's what I'm saying. It's kind of funny. Last Thursday, I did that so easy. Same way, 190 pounds, straight up, so easy. And tonight, I just couldn't do it. And we do the same thing spiritually, guys. Sometimes we got that faith that's like, that faith that can move mountains. And sometimes, guys, we wonder if God's even there. I mean, we've all done that. I mean, there's no use lying about it. But, the thing about it is we've got to just keep going. I've got faith. I've got, I know I'm going to hit my protein as hard as I can between now and Saturday. We're working on Saturday. I'm going to go back up there Saturday. And I at least want to get 190 again. I want to get back to my, to my max. And that's all I can do is just go do it again and try it again and keep going. I can't let this night of not being able to lift good, being weaker, get me down. Just like spiritually, guys, when we have these lapses of faith, when we have these trials and tribulations in our life, we just got to keep going. We can't let them get us down. We can't say, tonight I could have said, well, I've quit progressing. I'm going backwards now. I'm just going to quit working out. I could have done that, but I don't want to. That's the way it is with the Lord. The Lord wants you to just put her nose to the grindstone and just keep going. So anyway, guys, let's get to it tonight. This video was already way too long than I wanted it to be. Titus chapter 1, starting in verse 11, but I thought that was a good analogy of putting those two together. You all may think it's silly, but I thought it was a good analogy. So anyway, guys, Titus 1:11. Here we go. Whose mouths, and he's talking about the Jews that are going to give you problems. Whose mouths, well, not Jews necessarily, but he's just been talking about the Jews when he's talking about the circumcision. Anyway, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not for filthy lucre's sake. Now again, like I said, he's talking about people that basically teach God's words like we see today, a lot of preachers, prosperity pimps as I call them, that are teaching things that are not right. And they're teaching things that are not right because it's popular and they can get more people in. And they can make more money. And that's what it's talking about here for filthy lucre's sake. Filthy lucre is money. Verse 12, one of themselves, even a prophet of their own, said the Cretans are always liars, evil beasts, slow bellies. This witness is true. Wherefore rebuke them sharply, that they may be sound in the faith, not giving heed to Jewish fables and commandments of men that turn from the truth. Unto the pure all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and believing is nothing pure, but even their mind and conscience is defiled. They profess that they know God, but in works they deny him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate. Now guys, we're going to go on, but I wanted to mention something here. Go back to verse 15 where it says, unto the pure all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure. And if you think about that's true. Have you noticed that the people, it's talking about the people that are pure, to all things will be pure, and the people that are vile and unbelieving, everything's going to be like that. Have you ever noticed that the people that are the biggest, to me, the biggest hypocrites, the biggest, you see some so-called Christians that, as mom has always had a saying, gag at a gnat and swallow a camel. They get so, the ones I've seen that, if you walk, what am I trying to say? The ones that, oh, you better dress right, you better, the ones that are so just demanding on everything has to be perfect, and you do any little thing, you say any little thing, they won't forgive you. They're just, just staunch, just like they're God himself, just like they're the judge. Have you ever noticed the people that tend to do that, come to find out, and it may take 6 months or a year or 6 years or 10 years, but usually come to find out those people are the ones that you hear about them doing something. Oh, did you hear about so-and-so left their husband, been cheating with another man for 10 years, or the husband cheating on his wife, he's been doing it 10 years, and it's that same person that was just that judged you, and every little thing they did that. I've known Christians like that were just so-called Christians that were just living at the foot of the cross. Just I've had them do that to me back in the day. I've had them tell me that watching movies, different movies that I would watch, and nothing wrong with the movies. Oh, you shouldn't watch that. That's blasphemy towards God. And you need to do this and you need to do that. You're not living right. But yet, guys, I'm still here. And yeah, I'm not perfect, but I'm still here serving God every day, serving Him every way I can. I mess up, I sin every day, but I try and I repent, and God helps me. And those people that I seen that acted like they were so perfect, most of them guys, and I am thinking about a specific person right now, I'm not going to lie, but I've seen more than one. Now they're out of the faith, they don't go to church anymore, they've cheated on their husbands, they've cheated on their wives. See, that's the way it is, you know. Just like, guys, there was a guy came and worked out with us yesterday. Excuse me, Tuesday. And anyway, he kind of cusses just a little bit around, and you know, don't say GD or nothing like that. Cusses around just a little bit, and talks, you know, just a little talk. You know how guys will do sometimes. And well, anyway, he actually worked out last night with my buddy that works out with me all the time, and he was asking him. He said, "Boy," he said, I bet Seth won't come up here and work out anymore." He said, "You know, I probably shouldn't have said those things I did and this and that." And my buddy was like, "Oh, you know, for one thing, you know, he's a mechanic. He's out in the real world. He hears stuff. You know, and you know, if it was convicting him and he thinks he needs to stop, that's fine, you know. But that's what I was saying. Yeah, I said, you know, the thing about it is, you know, I'm not going to judge him because of some words and stuff he said. Had I rather not hear it? Yeah. But, you know, usually the ones that get up on the soapbox and just, oh, you know, you're going to go to hell for saying that. You shouldn't say these filthy words. And, you know, the reason they're doing that is because they got to make themselves feel good because they're doing worse. You know, I don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not condoning cussing or anything like that. But you know what I'm just saying. You know, as long as you're not taking the Lord's name in vain, and as long as you're not just getting plumb crazy, you know, I'm not gonna walk out. You're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna judge you, and that's what I'm getting at. You know, I'm not going. You know, that's between you and the Lord. You know, God will judge you for that one day, but I'm not going to. You know, as long as you don't offend me, as long as you don't, like I said, say anything about God and offend me in that way, you let a few little words slip out. You know, that's not. You know, you got to show people love. You got to show people patience. Anyway, guys, Titus 2:1. But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine, that the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, and patience. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things. You notice how, guys, it says much wine in here? And I don't know if it says this in every verse, but you know, that's one thing about it too. Is there anything with drinking a glass of wine or something every now and then? Now I'm talking about just drinking and not getting drunk, not getting a buzz, not getting anything. Probably not. They did. Can you drink one beer? If you can drink one beer, you know, of course, you know, they're saying now that the little bit of alcohol in you is good for you, good for your heart. If you can drink that one beer or whatever, that one glass of wine, and not get drunk, not get a buzz, not get crazy with it, not let it change your life, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, the problem is most people can't do that. You know, most people that'll drink one beer today, well, they'll drink two tomorrow and they'll drink three the next day. Before you know it, they're starting to get a little buzz. Once they start getting a little buzz, well, now they're drinking 6, now they're drinking 10. You know, I'm not condoning drinking either. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, just like with this, with anything, you know, there's limits and there's good and there's bad. So anyway, guys, I guess that's about all. I had something else I wanted to say there, guys, but for the life of me, I cannot think of it right now. So anyway, let's see. Let's see if I can see up in here. Oh yeah, one thing I just gonna say, guys. When the Lord tells you to do something, guys, do it. I've learned that, and I know this video is gonna take me forever to upload, but I'm glad I'm getting it in a little earlier tonight. Guys, today there was a guy was telling me about this boy that he's a school teacher. This guy was working on his car, and he was telling me about a boy that used to be in his class. I think he teaches like grade school. He lives in some other county now. Got in some kind of car wreck, I think, and had frontal lobe brain damage. And they had to send him to a place in Georgia, I guess, for rehab and all this. He was talking about that this boy's mom, you know, had to basically move down there. Has got to go down there and stay with him, you know, all the time. And he was talking about, you know, people don't realize the expense, the money that it takes. And so their classes for the next, like, week or two are going to try to raise all the money they can. They were actually going to have a contest to see who could bring in the most change. you know, and try to raise money, and like the winner got a pizza party or something like that. Anyway, I was standing there talking to him, and the Lord just kind of kept putting on me, give him some money, give him some money, give him some money. Well, what did I do? Kept going back, well, Lord, I'm not sure I'm going to draw a payday tomorrow. I got stuff to do next week. I've only got I think I had $170 left, you know, from last week. I'm like, you know, I can't pay my bills already, and blah, 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 blah. Guys, by the time he got done talking, I'm telling you, I thought I was going to get sick. He was crushing me. He was folding me over. He was telling me, you better do what I say. You know, you listen to me and then give. You know, don't just preach about this stuff. You know, practice it. You know. So I opened my billfold up and I said, all right, Lord, you tell me what to give. You know, I gave him $20. I said, there. I said, well, actually, he'd already turned around and started walking to the car. And I ran him down. I said, well, hang on a second. I pulled my billfold out, and I prayed real quick. I said, Lord, is this 20 enough, or do you want me to give a 50? He put on me, no, 20's enough. Just give it to him. So I gave it to him. I said, here, you know, put that in with your donation to this woman. And guys, I'm not saying that to brag on me for giving. What I'm saying is, God lets us know when to do these things. God lets us know what to do and when to do it. We just got to listen to him. We got to be receptive. And I don't always do that. I'm not bragging on me. Like I said, say, oh, look how I listen to the Lord. I more often than not don't listen to him, and he ends up breaking me later. But you know, it's easier to listen to God the first time when he tells you to do something. Go ahead and do it. Anyway, guys, I love you all. Good Lord willing, I'll be here tomorrow night. Like I said, pray for our business, pray for the church. Until I see you guys again, good night, and God bless.